Sporting fans, do you guys know who Skip Bayless is? If you know who Skip Bayless is, give me a thumbs up in the comments. Okay. Skip Bayless is apparently he's a famous commentator. I've heard the name Skip Bayless. I didn't. Will that work for comedy writers as well? Okay, so round noonish. The thing about comedy is you cannot copyright a single joke. That's why you find that a lot of comedians, they will do a whole monologue because that is something that you can protect through copyrights. So if you when you have when you hear those long what is it, the Dave Chappelle, how many of y'all remember the Dave Chappelle Sesame Street joke, right? That's a monologue, so that's something that can be copyrighted. But if it's like a one-liner, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side type thing, that's not able to be copyrighted. It's too short, right? But that's a very good question. Long monologues for comedy can be copyrighted, but if it's just a one-off joke, no. Okay. All right. Yes. So Skip Bayless, round noonish, you are a sports enthusiast, so I'm going to assume that you know who Skip Bayless is. Those of you who don't, he is a very famous sports commentator. Skip Bayless is currently being sued for sexual harassment at work. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up this story is not because of the sexual harassment. It is because, so apparently a hairstylist at ESPN or Fox Sports or wherever he worked said that, he was harassing her at work and offered her $1.5 million for, to be intimate with him at work. And she's like, no, ew, you're gross. Okay. Now, I'm not bringing it up for that. Why I am bringing it up is because you cannot have a contract for illegal services. When you are trying to set up a contract for someone, if the underlying act of the contract is illegal, the contract is void. So even if this hairstylist wanted to take Skip Bayless up on his offer of $1.5 million, it's not like they could have had a contract in it, and if he didn't pay her, she could take him to court, because the act of paying someone for sex is illegal, right? But the hairstylist said, look, I don't even like you, you're gross, leave me alone. So now she's suing him for sexual harassment. But what I wanted to do was bring this up to show you that you can't just have a contract for anything. You can only have contracts for things that are legal. So if you have contracts for drugs, selling drugs, that's illegal. Weapons, selling intimate services, all of that is illegal unless you're in the state of Nevada. And it's a void contract right off the bat. I don't care what they're offering you. That's probably why crime pays so much, because there's no legal recourse. But I digress. But anyway, so understand that when you have contracts, you cannot have contracts for illegal activities. All right. And somebody should throw the book at Skip Bayless. By the way, the hairstylist, her name is Nusheen Faraji. Yes. Okay.